Hey YouTube, how's it going? Norm here from Hectic Bushcraft. I am just gonna go through for a walk through the valley here today on Earth Day and see if I can't pick up what others have left behind. Just try to do my part to keep our little piece of nature that we have here in the city clean. So let's see what we can come up with. Alrighty, so now we're actually in the valley. River seems pretty high today. We've been getting a lot of rain lately, so that's to be expected. I didn't look at my watch, but that's got to be 5 minutes. Just ridiculous. This is only the first place I feel like stopping. I'm sure you can't hear me. so somebody packed all this stuff up, but decided they didn't want to take it with them. And this is all the crud that I picked up in 7 minutes, maybe, or so. I'll be able to see it. You guys will be able to see when I walked away from the camera and when I came back in the video, so it won't be rocket science to figure that one out. But yeah, less than 10 minutes, probably combined almost a full big green garbage bag full of trash. And I mean, this is where people come and hang out on the regular, right? So you'd think they would want to keep it a little bit tidy for themselves when they came back the next time, but no. Filthy humans. Well, gonna roll up my jacket because I put it on, I thought it was breezy out, but it's not as breezy as I thought it was gonna be. And move on down the trail to the next spot and see what we can find along the way. Alright, I've got all my stuff packed up here. Let's continue on, see what kind of mess we can find. Don't forget my gloves. Set down the green gloves on the green underbrush, and good luck finding them, right? Let's see where this... There's my sternum strap. That'll be helpful. Alrighty. I'll tell you, mostly bottles and cans and plastic bags, but quite a few bottle caps and straws also, which I just happened to find another one while I was picking up this bag. More bottle caps and some random candy wrapper of some kind. There's so much stuff, you could probably come back here every day of the week, and just with different lighting and slightly different route that you walk, you'd probably come across this much garbage every day for months and months. And there'd probably be, well, I mean, this proves that there would be no lack of a steady stream of new garbage for you to pick up. So like 7 pieces of garbage just in that little like 2 square foot area, including but not limited to bottles, plastic bags, and a straw. Alright. Oh, look at that. Almost didn't see that one. That one's been there for a while. Alrighty, so I think what I'm going to do is tie this bag off because it's pretty full as is. And more to the point, it's just awkward and relatively heavy with all the bottles and cans. So instead of... Now, and you see, right, you see these nicely provided garbage and recycling bins not 20 paces from where I'm picking all this crap up, right? It's quite disappointing, actually. We are not very deserving of this planet, I'll tell you what. Alright, so, again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie this bag up. And set it right here next to the rest of the garbage. The receptacles. And on the way back, I'll bring all the bags to one spot so we can get a beauty shot of our efforts, so we can gloat a little bit. May as well pat yourself on the back for your good deeds. Really what I'm trying to do is hit the areas that I know people tend to congregate that don't pick up after themselves. So, I mean, directly after baseball diamonds, there are quite a bit of garbage receptacles. So people will tend to pick up after themselves there, but they don't really pick up after themselves once they get away from this main trail, because, well, why? Nobody can see them. It's only one piece of garbage. It doesn't make a big difference. All the other kids are doing it, so may as well, right? No. This is how the butterfly effect works. That trail over there is not very frequented, but we shall see what we can find. And what I mean by is not very frequented, I mean people don't stop and hang out here. People walk here with their dogs and stuff, but it's not very far from the main trail, and it's a very short side trail. Having said that, here's a piece of garbage. You know, I bring Timmy's or McDognuts coffee out into the woods often. And what I usually do, sorry, I was just waiting for that chopper to go by. It's pretty loud. I don't know what he's doing. I think he looks like an OPP guy. He might be doing some training or something. What I was saying, coffee cups, you see, they go nice and flat. You stick the lid inside of them. You roll them up starting at the bottom like this, so you trap any excess moisture that you may have left inside of it. And you can literally slide that sucker right in your pocket until you get to where you're going or you pass the next garbage can. This one really bugs me because it's such a light, small thing to police. And don't get me wrong, I'm a human. I've sat down my Timmy's cup somewhere while I was fishing or taking a break and forgot to pick it up when I left. I am human, but that was just sitting right on the side of the trail, so that's just people being jerks. Man, that guy's going to be circling over this valley all day. The fun thing is that I bet you there's some special forces, I always forget what they, oh, there's a raccoon that didn't seem to make it through the winter time. Now that it's starting to get warm out, it's starting to go back to nature. You can see all the flies and stuff there. It probably won't be too long before a coyote or something gets a hold of it, or something, anyhow. Lots of cool fungus down there. Not sure what that one is called. If you do know what it's called, why don't you say so in the comments down below, so you can teach me something. I've probably said this before in one of my videos, but I'm really not an expert. I'm just an enthusiast of the outdoors, so I'm learning as I go, like a lot of people. So anything new that I can learn is always helpful. This is a choice spot over here where people congregate. What I'll probably do is hit this on the way back. I have a pretty large area of ground I want to cover. So, and it's going to get dark, but I can see quite a few bottles and stuff here. Wonder if we can see this guy up there. I can see him, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see him. He's kind of behind the ridge line now, so we can't see him again. Now I got my camera all out of whack. But yeah, there's a bunch of garbage back here, and I can see it stretches quite a ways back into the bush where they party. And I know there's an old campsite there with an old downed tent and related accessories that I keep on meaning to come and pick up, and then I always never bring a suitable container to put the thing in. I have to bring a drum liner with me, something that's sturdy enough to manage the poles, and I saw a knife in there and a bunch of other crap. It looks like a homeless person, perhaps a homeless person who likes to use some illegal substances, was sort of squatting back there, and I would venture a guess that they went and got themselves arrested and nobody bothered to care to clean up the mess that was left behind. This will all just be rocks, and it'll just be water over there middle of next month probably. Man, that chopper is going to be annoying. I'll try to chop out as much of that in the video as I can. Never fails along the riverside, because especially when there was water flowing up here a couple of days ago, now it's all receded and you can see what the river left behind. Well, that probably washed down the river. Someone was nice enough to take it away from the shoreline. Just going to toss this garbage here for now. Toss my bag down and my gloves. And I'm going to set up the camera, and I'm going to hang out here for a little bit, walk around, see what I can find for garbage in the general vicinity, and maybe make a cup of coffee. I think it's about coffee time. Well, coffee time is any time, as they say, right? Well, between the planes and the choppers, it's not going to get quiet, so I'm just going to set it up. Maybe I'll add some music to anything that's too annoying. So yeah, I'm going to bust out my Esbit stove and get some water on the go for coffee, and then I'm going to start walking around picking up garbage. Probably don't want to look at that as much as I don't want to look at it. We'll give you guys a change of scenery here. So you saw all the goodies I found. And I found another thing that I saw on a previous journey that is pretty disgusting, actually, and I did come prepared for it. So I'll show you what I brought. That's what I brought with me. And what I'm going to do is go for a walk, and when I get over to what I found, I will pull out my cell phone and show you what I'm talking about. You guys could be as disgusted as I was, and then we could see if we can't fix it a little more permanently than I fixed it previously. I put a big rock on top of it, which got washed away, and someone else put a few smaller rocks on top, but I'm going to go put a nice earth tone paint job over top of it so no one has to look at it again. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. This big rock that I have my foot on is the rock that I originally put on top of it. But with the storm surge and all the snow melt, it pushed it over and someone put these rocks on top. So I'm just going to move these rocks out of the way. And see if I can't fix this disgusting mess right here. Bear with me for a moment. Alrighty, now I know that's not the most, environmentally friendly thing to do, but something had to be done about it. A lot of people walk down here. Someone doesn't need to have to explain that to their kids. Or even just be offended by it. There's lots of other graffiti around, but none of it is really vulgar. So I'll leave it. Oh, I see more blue here though. Oh. I didn't see this one last time. See if we can't fix that up too. And I think that ought to blend in just enough that no one will have to look at it again. Alright, so there is our haul from location 2. It took me a little while to get that back wheel working. The chain was all tangled up in there along with some springs from an old chair or couch or something. So I got that all sorted out. I got it all the big stuff, well, the one big thing, and then the bag of stuff all lashed on there with some number 36 bank line. So yeah, I'm gonna walk this over to the third location, which is like in the middle of the two locations, so it's on the way back towards the Jeep, and I won't bother you guys with having to listen to the noise that this thing is probably gonna make while I push it through. And I'm just gonna head right to the paved trail just to make my life easy, and then I'll go to that secondary location and see what I can pick up there. Well, tertiary location, I guess, but the secondary one that I bypassed on the way here. Yeah, so I'll get back with you guys in a bit. Alrighty, let's see what kind of damage we could do at the last spot. Sorry, that bike and junk is heavy, like really heavy. I got pretty winded moving it. I didn't even bring it all the way here. I left it at the trailhead down there at the paved trail so I can pick it up on the way out. that did not take very long at all, and I barely even put a dent in it. There's a whole campsite back there, as I mentioned, and it's just horrible. I can see garbage 50 meters or 50 yards, or I don't know, 125, 140 feet from here. There's a big pink piece of garbage, and between here and there I could fill another 2 bags of garbage easily, not even picking up the tent and related items that's back there. So I'm going to have to come back here on another day to make any kind of real impact, and even then, by the time I come back, even if I come back next week, all those other places that I cleaned will probably have the same amount of garbage there, give or take. Now that the weather's getting nice, people are going to come out and start drinking and so on. Well, let me get this bag and hockey stick crap over to that bike and try to lash it all on there. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch more cordage somewhere on this bag, or in this bag. For sure with my shelter kit I got some extra bank line, so I can lash the rest of this stuff onto that bike. Now it's going to weigh 200 pounds, and I've got a couple kilometers to push it, so we'll see how that works out. I should mention that this bag, I started picking up some garbage over by that campsite area, and I did find the person's toilet area, I do believe, and I think they like piled a bunch of stuff on top of it, so this bag does smell like an outhouse. Fortunately, the wind is sort of coming out of the south and I'm headed north-ish, so if I walk slow enough, I won't have to smell it too much. But yeah, that's not gonna get me where I'm going anytime soon, so I'm gonna have to deal with. So I'm gonna get this lashed on to my trash stash that I got going on over here. And start heading up the trail. So I won't let you guys be bored with me tying a bunch of hitches and stuff to get this stuck on here without having to cut cord and being able to recover the cord relatively easily, so I don't have to contribute my cordage to the garbage, because I can probably use it again. Alright, so there's our crusty bag of crusty crap. See if we can put this snail in the woods instead of on electronics. And I think I might have set this thing up where I'll be able to walk with it on 2 wheels instead of 1. Which will make my life a lot better. And to be fair, I'm actually thinking about, there's a garbage can right up there at the junction because it's an entry point and there's a playground over there. I'm thinking I might dump all this at the garbage can. But I would really like to get my beauty shot out for a thumbnail. Yeah? What do you think, guys? Is it worth the work? Oh no, I fumbled. Let's see. No, there's no fixing that, but I think I can walk with it like this, so I don't have to lift it as upright. Yeah, we can do it, guys. We can get back to the other bag and get the good thumbnail picture. Alright, I'm going to turn off this camera. You guys don't want to hear this. I think I'm going to have some of these nuts. Actually, it's corn and soybeans, but seems like a good crunchy trail snack. But I need a break, so this is what I'm going to snack on. So it's starting to get dark now. The camera makes it look pretty bright out still. That's our haul of trash. I'm going to recover my cordage and see if this actual garbage bin is open so I can put the bags inside, and I'll just leave the bike leaning here next to the trash bins. They usually send a pickup truck down here once or twice a week to empty the bin, so hopefully they'll appreciate my good deed. Well, there's our Earth Day efforts. Didn't take very long to get all that trash. It's pretty disappointing, but at least it's not out there anymore.